Hi there. This is Henry the Hacker here to tell you about my life cracking passwords and breaking into accounts. You could be next. Achieving Security has asked me to give you a few suggestions. What's with all the sloppy passwords out there anyway? First, it's the password requirements we have. Gotta have a number. Might need a special character. Needs to be 8 characters or more. You all abide by these rules and make the shortest password you can. Look, passwords are stored encrypted by way of a hash key. But I've got an arsenal of tools like Brutus, AirCrack, Rainbow Crack, CrackStation, and others to try to get your password from the back-end server storing them. But the truth is, usually I don't have to go to that trouble most of the time because you make it easy with your practices of using common names, including friends and families, important dates like your birthdays, and other stuff familiar to you. Or you willingly type your password in on a third-party site replying to a phishing email that tells you your password has to be reset. I could run a rainbow table through a password encryption algorithm of tons of common passwords people use with names and dates and the obligatory special characters. And if you use a garbly-goo password with special characters and numbers, you still can't remember it, and you write your password down or store it somewhere else. The password requirements were created by a guy named Bill Burr at NIST way back in 2003 when the internet was much younger. Heck, the first iPhone didn't even come out until 4 years later. He used the mentality of government ARPANET use, thinking people were smart, they could remember their password, they'd never divulge it, even if getting waterboarded, and no one could figure out the hash encryption to decrypt it. Want to know what he said 14 years later in 2017? Gosh, much of what I did I now regret. Do you think? Why? Well, this cartoon said it very clearly to the industry. It made for passwords that are hard to remember and easier for computers to guess. All those gobbly-goo special character requirements resulted in passwords that were hard for people to remember, so people wrote their password down or had no anxiety sharing it with their spouse or work colleague and used the easiest 8-character password they could. So because everyone writes their password down or handles it insecurely, the latest trendy advice is to pick 3 nonsensical words and dispense with special characters. If you like the musician George Thorogood, using the password bourbon, scotch, beer, probably not a good idea. But if your favorite vacation was to Kauai and you don't mention it often, a great password would be snorkel, chicken, girls. Because you will probably remember those as interesting parts of your time there and need not write it down. Ideally, use the 3 words, but most of you can't frickin' type, so you won't do that. One way to utilize the 3-phrase idea with antiquated password rules requiring special characters in most of the products you buy, along with your poor typing skills, is use just the first 4 characters of each word. Do something creative like remove the vowels. Add a digit in there to abide by the old goofy rules. That might help you remember the password and keep it a secret. To wrap this up, I've got these suggestions for you. Use the phrase methodology with 3 to 4 nonsensical, unrelated words that I described before. Don't share your password for sensitive apps with anyone. Not someone you work with, not your spouse, no one. Screen lock your phone and laptop or desktop when those devices are unattended. Practice social distancing when entering passwords. No one looking over your shoulder, dude. Enable multi-factor authentication when the service supports it. An example of that is the text you get to your mobile phone when you get on a prior unused device to log into your financial institution. Don't fall for a phishing email that directs you to a site to enter your username or password. And finally, guard the password of your primary personal email account with your life. Many of your other services use that as the password reset mechanism. Same holds for password managers if you use one. If someone gets that, they have all your sites and passwords. You are the first line of defense for the company. Simple passwords are dangerous. How about your personal life? Do you want someone getting into those compromising photos of you and your significant other that got uploaded from your phone to iCloud? Of course not. I'm only suggesting you give the same consideration to your company account because you have the keys to sensitive data. Good luck. I'm coming for you.